Hello and welcome to What the Hey, where I'm your regular host of What the Hey, and today on What the Hey, I'm once again reacting to yet another requested video. Today's video request comes from a few different people, those people being boemchak, ASAP, and Press Play, so hello to all of you and thank you very much for requesting today's video. The video in question that I'm checking out today is titled Jimmy Tells All Kid Nation exclusive JonTron, which was uploaded on May 19th of 2020. The video duration is 25 minutes and 50 seconds, and the video description includes sponsorship, social media links, and a special thanks to Jimmy. The video itself was uploaded by JonTronShow, so hello to you and thank you for creating and uploading your work. Like with all of my reaction videos, if there's something in the video that I feel may disturb someone to some degree, I'll be sure to mention that in the video description, so feel free to check that out before watching the rest of the video. So with all of that out of the way, let's actually watch the video itself.
Hello, my hair is getting so large it is acquiring its own gravity field and or sentience.
Gravity.
This video is brought to you by the Ridge Wallet. That's right, the wallet that holds up to 12
gonna
cards as well as
ninja
cash.
star that.
With over 30,000 5-star reviews and a lifetime
Looks
warranty
like
to
a
boot,
ice
the
cream
last
sandwich.
wallet you'll ever have
Nice.
to buy. And best of all, they've got over 30 colors and styles to choose from, so you can pick the one that's right for you. So if you're still using a bulky old wallet
That has
like this,
fantastic.
why don't you head over to ridge.com/JonTron and use code JonTron to save yourself 10%
Very
and
specific.
get free worldwide
Very
shipping
specific.
and returns. And not to mention, this beauty makes a perfect gift for Father's Day, which is coming up. Don't be a bad son or daughter.
Don't forget.
Last
For
time
goodness.
on JonTron, John took a plunge into the world of Jonathan Karsh and Kid Nation. Today,
Scary.
we catch up with Jimmy from New Hampshire to find out if he's still 8 years old and to ask the hard-hitting questions. If
Is
you
he a
haven't watched
vampire?
Part 1, do so now, or I'll
Man,
scream.
it's been a hot second since I've seen that video, so this is good.
What may have seemed like the ending there was really just the beginning for us. We had to get down to the bottom of what actually happened at Kid Nation.
Investigate.
We have a very special guest joining us here today. So everyone,
Jimmy?
please put your hands together for Jimmy Flynn.
The fact that he actually tracked down Jimmy.
All right, just gonna spray you down first, Jimmy. All right, sorry about this. It's for your own good. Okay, let's go. All right, Jimmy, just come on over this way. Have a seat over there. Thanks again for coming on.
Of course, it's an honor, John.
Oh, it's our pleasure. Trust me.
That's a comfortable suit to interview in. That's great.
You're all grown up. You're a big boy now.
He's not 8.
The fuck are you laughing at? You think this is funny? This isn't funny. This is serious.
It's very funny.
It's great to have you here. Can I offer you anything?
Just got a
before we start?
nod.
I'm gonna crack you a can of Bush's baked beans.
Bro, beans are amazing, man.
This should hydrate you before we.
Thank you.
Oh shit!
How much of this was scripted and how much
This
did
is
he
the real
not know
Jimmy.
about?
This is the real. He's really here. This is him. Jimmy, we have a lot of questions for you. I'm sure everyone watching at home, I'm sure everyone is curious. I'm curious. We're all curious, but we want to get the real scoop from somebody who's really there. You say your memory's a bit fuzzy then, right?
Yeah, it was 13 years ago, so a little bit fuzzy.
Yeah, so you were 8 then, and you are 21 now? Mm-hmm. Okay,
21.
so just tell us, what we really want to know is, was it as real as it looks?
Probably.
So people didn't. So when they say no adults, I mean they meant no parents. Obviously, there's cameramen and stuff. People thought there was no cameraman or anything like.
That's what I was saying. I figured the cameraman wasn't like a
A
toddler.
small child.
A robot.
Yeah.
Or I wouldn't even think robot. I was thinking like a toddler, but.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait, so yeah,
They had to
there's
stick
adults
with Kid
manning the
Nation.
stations, the
Yes.
cameras and stuff.
And every now and then they would dictate some things you did. Like I found a. So I was on the poor team. Okay.
The poor team?
The poor team.
Oh, you mean like the laborer
grade.
class?
Yeah.
Do we have
Yeah.
that down here?
The worker class, yes.
There you were. Child feudalism. That's you down there, see? You were there.
Yep, I see that.
R.I.P.
Right there in the laborer class.
I was one of the damned, yes.
Yeah. So I just wanted to show you that. Anyway, so you go on.
So we got like, I don't know, it was like 4 or 5 buffalo nickels, which was the currency.
Buffalo nickel.
They were.
Can
they
we
were
use
just, like,
that in real
selling
life? Buffalo nickels?
Fair enough. Currency of the Old West.
And I spent all my money
Yeehaw.
in the candy shop and on root beer. 'Cause I was 8 years
So
old.
you were,
That's
you were,
the
you
best
were going
choice.
To a payday advance, like right after that, weren't you? You were trying to get a welfare check.
Yeah, I wanted.
You were waiting in the unemployment line.
Yeah, I was, and so I didn't have any money, but like for the most part, I spent all of it, and then
You gotta save,
the
Jimmy.
camera.
Come on.
I didn't know what saving
Invest.
I was 8. I'm way too young for this.
Oh,
was.
so young.
Some of the cameramen were like, "Oh, look what we found here," and they'd kick some dirt and be like, "Oh, it's a buffalo nickel. You should pick it," but they planted it probably.
Oh, they just would like throw you more money.
Yeah.
So was it a real functioning economy? I mean, to an extent.
Yeah, I mean, like I would go. I didn't know
As legit as it could be.
They didn't communicate that with us. I just knew that there was a candy store and a soda shop.
It sounds like they didn't clue you in on much then.
Yeah,
No.
I also probably wasn't listening very well because I was 8, and I don't listen.
Jimmy, come on.
That does
Did
it
they
to
give
you.
like food that wasn't shown, or did you really have to eat what they cooked?
So for the most part, we ate what they cooked, and they had like it was horrible.
What the kids
Looks like
cooked?
mashed
Yeah, yeah.
potatoes.
Shit, it was horrible.
I knew it. So they really weren't feeding you. You had to feed
they fed
yourself.
us, to my memory, they fed us one time, and it was after the big.
One of the kids started to look real pale, like
Yeah,
his foot started to numb.
after the
The more and more he talks about it, the more and more he remembers.
after the like the big event, we came back and everybody there was no time to cook because we did the event. We were all like freezing because it was very cold. Oddly enough, it's cold in New Mexico at night, and so they fed us, and it was this. I didn't like vegetables very much, but I remember it was a weirdly cooked chicken breast, and then like this purple. I'm assuming it's cabbage now, but I didn't know what it was at the time.
Some purple.
They
sauce.
had a
Purple
really
stuff,
big
it wasn't
budget,
good.
clearly.
Oh my god.
I did not eat very well. Because other than that, we had
So the whole.
dusty pancakes and molasses syrup.
So
Yay.
they just said, children, make your own food, really eat it, and stay alive, and there's no problem.
Gordon Ramsay would be proud.
One of the intervention they had people just walk around making sure you're hydrated. 'Cause they couldn't have people passing out, so
Okay.
That'd be bad.
That'd be bad
Yeah.
for ratings.
yeah. They had this one assistant who was always giving me Gatorade. Oh, and they gave us this dust to brush your teeth. You had like little.
What?
You do this and you.
You could have just picked it off the ground. Dust?
Well, it was-
Natural
it was a little
toothpaste.
Canister with like powder that you'd
Okay.
rub on your teeth and then spit.
I guess the main question is, to what degree was that really like just you versus the elements? How much intervention was there?
There was enough just to get us by, but other than that, I didn't think there was a whole lot. Cause I like I said, like okay, so when I'm sleeping, I had a mattress that was probably
My back
probably
could
this
not.
thick, and then a blanket
Could not.
that was the thickness of this carpet.
What? They really did that to you?
I'm like, and then my pillow, I didn't have one, so I used my red puffer
Oh.
coat. I would puff it up and use it as a pillow.
Oh,
And I had long hair, so I got cut.
no.
Wait, so but
I
that
get
must
that.
be, like legitimately scary for you a little bit, right? Was it?
I also shared it with like 4 or 5 other.
One blanket and stuff for like 4
There was no way
boys.
out of it
Boys.
until the first
Right,
town
yeah,
hall meeting,
yeah,
right?
yeah. You were forced for the first 4 days.
Because I love how they're like, don't worry, this isn't some kind of crazy show.
It
You can
is
Get off.
crazy.
You gotta wait like 2 weeks. Like that's really what they did, right? So that's not fake. You couldn't elect out.
Not that I mean, if I really like threw a tantrum, they probably would. But
Suppose you could have run in a different direction until
It's like
they found
holes,
you.
run away.
a wall of like security people, like really far off, to
Really?
like make sure that no weird people or no animals. Like,
No weird people.
Come into this
like
camp
Across
of kids.
America, is that what it's called? The thing in the movement,
I'm not sure.
or something like that. But they literally had people like surrounding the
A
town.
chain link like this?
They weren't
Holding
literally
hands?
chained, but they looked like they were.
I think I'd be concerned if a weird man just showed up at the
Yeah.
door of a random ghost
Yeah.
town.
Yeah,
So wait, yeah, no. Did you like? Were there scorpions in there?
I never saw a scorpion. I saw jackrabbits.
Oh,
A jackrabbit.
that's
I-
cool.
I tried to
Oh,
murder
it's
them.
terrifying.
Oh, I remember
Sorry,
that.
PETA, but I mean, like,
To a certain degree, you can't get all the scorpions out of the
Yeah.
area.
I don't know if they put down their scorpion repellent,
Pesticide bomb.
but
Is there such a
I
thing?
didn't see anything.
Did anybody see any critters that were dangerous?
Not that I know of. I think that's what the people. When we were out like jackrabbit hunting,
They actually
we were really
hunted.
far off the area, but like we had obviously people like accompany us. We saw this. I remember seeing like cows and bulls, but they were tagged, so they like belonged to a farm. They weren't
Just
wild.
wild
They weren't-
cows.
So they
Yeah,
were
I don't know.
close
I don't
enough
know
to
if they're all wild
civilization.
Very dangerous.
Kind of.
A bit rude, if I'm being honest. No, but the thing is, right, because I was wondering, I was like, because they're making you sleep in these dusty old cabins with like,
Allergies.
probably space between the floorboards, right?
Yeah,
So I'm surprised you didn't come across any.
I wasn't there very long. Maybe there's some.
I'm
hidden
curious.
tales.
He didn't get the
If
full
anyone else in the
experience.
nation knows if there were critters in or around your area. I want to know. That was a legitimate thing that I was wondering about. So you had to feed yourselves. You really were pretty much open to the elements. Like, was it insulated? Was it cold at night in there?
Oh, it was freezing. It was really
They
really
didn't
cold.
even keep you warm. You
I
were only a
shivered.
kid.
I shivered every night.
You shivered.
Yes.
They really genuinely put, like, because, like, the thing is, I'm just trying to figure out where the line between reality TV and they really are putting a kid.
And then the parents,
nature.
like, how
It was pretty far.
concerned.
So we had these crappy old houses, and then they stuff like 6 of us in there. Tiny thin mattresses, very thin blankets. In the middle of the night in Mexico, it's freezing. I'd have to wear like full clothing. I wouldn't be able to go in like PJs. I had like sweatpants and stuff.
I feel like there were a couple times at camp like that, but it was always like a little bit monitored. On the bus when you were all coming in.
Yes.
Did they tell you where you were going?
No, that bus
It's
ride
like
was 2
holes.
hours, and
It's
we had
literally
no-
like
I
holes.
remember I was just in. So
He
I
looks
stayed at
so
some random
concerned.
New Mexico hotel, and I was on the bus. And I remember just like I was on the window seat, and I was like looking out the window. And I saw my mom and my sister, and we just like drove away. I was like,
Bye.
shit, this is real. And then like
It got
I
real,
had
bro.
We drove forever, and they never told it. They were like,
Whose idea was it for you to get on this show?
go on the show.
Parents?
I think it was like my mom.
Yeah.
Like, I was kind of interested in acting when I was little, and so I auditioned for this, like the new role. But I
You
was
weren't gonna have to do any acting.
Surviving.
little did I know. And so we went to an audition in Boston, and like they were like, "Oh, we like you, but you're too young." And that was when I was 7, so it was a year before. And then the next year they were like, "Oh, I guess I still like you." So they're like, "You're 1 year older, so you're better now."
Well, they called your mom up and said,
Qualified.
"We got the perfect role for him. We're gonna strand him in a random location.
He's
You
got a
can't come."
shiver, yes.
And if you call the police, we'll come for you. We have people. You got a call from like an acting agency to your mom, and you were trying to do acting. You weren't like, I'm so ready for this social experiment.
Yeah, I was more into the playing a character and being in a nice movie set like this or something, and then
You didn't know. Thank you, by the way, for saying this
Instead-
is a nice movie set here in my actual
The little
basement.
Game Boy back
No.
there, yes.
It is pretty sick, though.
Yeah.
It's sick. It's a
got
sick
it.
movie set.
yeah.
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 No, but yeah, so you weren't trying to get in a social experiment. Like, did you know that it was going to be like real, or did you think this was going to be fake? Like, what was the when you got off the bus? Did everybody suddenly realize it's more real than they thought?
I mean, I went in with like a whole different idea. Like I was like, oh, I want to be like coolest kid.
Everyone wants to be the main character,
It's
bro.
more like an adventure. Like, oh, it's gonna be fun.
Right.
No.
Like parents, let's like drink root beer until like midnight, and no one can tell us our bedtime kind of thing. I was like, oh, it's great. I got there. It was horrible.
Right.
The complete
If I were a kid, I
opposite.
think I would think the same thing. Like, did you have any concept at that age of like, oh, it's reality TV, but it's probably not going to be like totally real?
So I grew up watching Survivor. Like my parents
That's
and
good.
I would always watch it, and that seems very authentic. So I was like, oh, it's gonna be like a kid Survivor, but like there was a decent amount of intervention, and I think it was mainly because it was just like everywhere you turn there was a camera. That's something you don't really realize when you're watching.
That's so awkward and intrusive. I would,
So, what did your parents think of this whole thing?
I mean, so in the beginning they were all for it because it sounds like a cool adventure. Like, oh, he's gonna go out. Like it sounded like a little bit more extreme summer camp.
Yeah,
It was a lot worse. But when I came back, they were like, my mom was very glad that I came home because she didn't realize how much she would like miss me
Aw.
after
Right.
having to like leave her child
That's
in
nice.
Mexico and go back to New Hampshire.
And how long were you there from the time you got off the bus to the time you left?
2 weeks?
So I was at Bonanza City for
4 days.
4 days.
And then when I left, I think it was like 2 or 3 days.
Okay.
I was in a hotel with one of like the PA. Do you call them PAs?
Production assistant.
Yeah. One of the PAs. I was just like in a hotel with it. That sounds really bad. Let me.
I'm gonna. Was he?
Assume the better, yeah.
Was he hands off?
No, oh
you
no,
wanted?
oh
He's
no.
Very nice. No.
Okay.
It was 2 different hotel rooms. He was just like brought me to like the mall. We were having a fun time. Great guy.
Hands
Not
off
weird.
or hands on?
Very hands off.
Okay. So has this like followed you? Did your schoolmates find out about this and stuff?
Oh yeah. I think I was the only kid from New Hampshire on it, so like it was
Wow.
talk of the town.
Right.
Did they
and
get
in
kids
my
from
4th grade,
different
everyone was,
states?
like, fine with it. And then I think as we got older and we got into that prepubescent, like, I got a lot of backlash from it. A lot of, yeah.
Backlash. I don't understand. See, whenever I hear about this, like backlash from like, wouldn't you think people would be like,
Yeah.
"That's Jimmy,
Yeah.
the sick kid from Kid
It was
Nation,"
like, you're a
haha, you got put in
bitch."
the desert by producers. Like, what?
With
Why would they
scorpions.
make fun of you for that?
Because I left early and I cried, and they're like, I
You
don't
left
cry.
early, right? You were 8.
Yeah.
People don't cry. Apparently, I'm the only person that cries.
You were not the
according
only in the episode that I watched. Play the
Multiple
clip.
kids were crying.
Look at all them crying. Everyone cried. They all. That's what I was gonna say. That's how I felt like I knew this was real. Like half the kids break.
So
down.
stressful, yeah.
And I'm like, that's what I really want to know. That one scene where do you remember? There's a scene where you're just crying somewhere.
in
like,
in the back of a barn.
Did you really
He
run away?
remembers
I actually did run away, and then the producers, or the Karen, found me and like, hey Jimmy, can we film?
crying,
Did.
crying.
I said I made fun of. It's really what happened.
He came up to
He's just like, yeah, give me more of that.
well, they asked, like, do you mind if we film you? Like, this will be pretty good. And I was like,
This will be good.
Too nice,
interrupt
too
you.
nice.
I was like,
This will be good.
yeah.
Jimmy, I know you have no concept of anything. Your prefrontal cortex isn't even grown in yet. This is gonna be great for ratings. Can you keep the waterworks coming?
I was like, whatever it takes.
Honestly, what?
What?
Because I joked about that, but I'm like, because my feeling was, you filming an 8-year-old crying, it's not fake.
It's uncomfortable.
You can't be like Haley Joel Osment when you see him crying on an AI or whatever movie when he's a kid actor. You're like, okay, so he learned to cry. But when a kid's like,
That is real.
you're
It's
like,
real.
oh, jeez. I couldn't believe anybody could just sit there and be like,
It's so
silently like-
uncomfortable, yeah.
Yeah, kind of heartless.
So were there any was there a fallout from this? Was it like a lawsuit or anything?
I did not sue them, but they were sued a bunch of times. So
By
drink
parents?
bleach.
What?
Jimmy, this is the first I've heard of that.
So
Glad you're here to tell me about
so-
it.
so-
you go ahead and tell us about the bleach.
yeah, so I was not there for that part, but you know, kids don't know how to clean things very well. So they're like,
Oh,
this is
no.
dirty glass. Bleach.
You mean they washed the
With
glass
bleach?
Instead of washing it with soap and water
Oh,
or just hot
no.
water, they used bleach to clean it.
and then drank from it?
And then they didn't wash it out very well.
So they drank bleach.
Next glass,
Everyone was
Did they
sick?
get sick? Did they get
the
sick?
ambulance came.
Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my god! But was it like a real reaction from drinking bleach, or,
yeah.
or was it a preventative?
Yeah, I would sue if that was
There's
what
no,
happened.
There's no way you feel good after drinking bleach.
Wow.
Another girl got burnt, like got really
Burnt?
I
From
don't
the
know how bad, but
bleach?
she got oil burns when she
You
was
still have her
cooking.
face?
Probably, hopefully, maybe.
Well,
probably not.
you haven't seen it, so maybe it's
Yeah,
not there. Wait, no. So she got burned how?
she was cooking, and again, kids don't know how to cook, so they're like, oh, like at
Oil?
least 3 cups of oil. in
Oh
this
my
pan.
goodness.
Oh,
So
it like sizzled out.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's not deep frying it. They just were trying to cook it, like
In their face.
sizzled out.
God.
Ooh.
And I think, pretty sure they got sued for it. Those are the
Probably.
only 2 I know.
Because I've never heard of it, and when you try to buy this thing online, there's one clip of this show online. Everywhere that it's listed, you can't buy it. It's not for sale. I assume
Because of the
the
lawsuits. Yeah.
So they try to bury this thing.
Yeah, I think so too. But they gave well, at least me. I shouldn't speak for everybody else. They gave me a DVD of every episode, so I have all of them.
Okay, was there really one bathroom only?
Yes.
The outhouse,
The
right?
guys know because I peed behind almost
Wherever you
every
wanted.
barn. Yeah, I peed wherever I wanted.
Okay.
Lucky.
Wait,
Nice.
so was there really just one outhouse for 40 kids?
Yeah, so it was
Oh,
actually
that's
right outside my room.
stanky.
And the funny thing was, if I woke up,
You'd smell
there
it.
was a line of
Oh.
like 20 kids waiting to use the outhouse, and I didn't like.
So that's really real.
that was really real.
Because I was wondering, I'm like, 40 kids?
Yeah.
40 kids, one outhouse?
Fantastic
There's gotta be a
idea.
line. The math shows the line.
Yeah.
And there was 20 kids waiting for the one outhouse.
That must
That's
have been
why
smelly,
I
bro.
peed outside for the most part.
Jimmy, you really were the smartest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I also.
Girls have a bit of a problem with that. Just kidding. How does a girl pee on the outside? On the side of the house? Sorry, I didn't mean to spray you there. I gotta just ask one more time. There's no other way. There was no other way to relieve oneself.
No, and I did not defecate.
Oh
while I
my
was there.
goodness.
Jimmy, you didn't drop the kid. Your parents dropped their kids off, but you didn't drop your kids off at any pool.
Ooh. That would be
I saw the outhouse.
horrible.
I saw a girl come out. I went in, and I just saw a lot of poop, and I was like, I can't do this.
To be stressed and constipated, no.
You saw the scene. You saw the crime scene. You tried to bleach it from your mind. Not.
Did they
not
actually
literally,
show?
just that. Wait, so
Ooh.
can you just expand on the statement? I saw a lot of poop,
I was afraid that if I sat down, it would go in me,
That's a lot then.
and you'd get more up in there.
and I didn't want that to happen.
God
so I was
knows
like,
you have enough boiling up inside.
and so I was like, I can't do this.
don't need
That's
Refreshing.
horrible for kids. That's like unsanitary.
So, like, it would
Extremely.
pile up.
So nobody emptied it.
I don't think so, because when I went in, it was kind of a tower.
It was a tower. I was wondering, like, if this really was
Very
so, like,
curious.
You were like, do you want to watch cartoons, kids, or would you like to have sanitation? Did you guys take showers?
I doubt it.
For the first 3 days, we did not take a shower, but after our big like event, when it had like all the colored water all over us, then we took a shower for like.
Where were those showers?
They had them in like little trailers.
So they could have brought you more porta potties.
Yeah.
Yes.
They just didn't wanna.
They wanted them to
Yes.
They wanted
suffer.
to
That's
torture
literally
you
it.
on purpose.
Yes.
Did Jonathan Karsh have his own
Probably.
bathroom?
I think he had his own trailer. I'm pretty sure he had a nice luxury
Makes
bed.
sense.
I gotta ask you about Jonathan Karsh.
Mm-hmm.
It's a creepy, strange alien lizard man.
To have all these kids, yeah.
I think he was.
You think he was a reptilioid? Because
Confirmed.
whenever he was talking to you guys, he was very direct. He was just like, "You are looking like easy pickings down there."
Yeah, he would repeat the same lines over and over again because it would be like, oh, that take wasn't good enough. So he was
Really?
very robotic. He'd be like, in our town's objective is this. And then they'd be like, okay, and say it again. Then he would say, in our town's objective. So he would repeat things over and over again. So we were really like, yo. what the fuck is
Weird,
going on?
yeah.
Is this guy like broken?
Yeah.
It always kind of looked like he was talking at you, not really to you.
Oh, he definitely was. That was. I mean, also, like, when I left, he just, like, towered over me. He was
Scary. Oh, goodness.
He was just, like, looking down. He was like, bye, bitch.
That's how there's a few things, because we do media, we know certain tricks of the trade, and I noticed certain things that were like you could not fake. Like you were looking up at this towering man, like
Oh, that's actually a thing that
Kind
happened.
of look, and I'm like, my God, Jimmy's truly
In
like,
fear.
awe. Because normally, like at that age, adults talk to you kind of in a different way,
Mm-hmm.
You get down to your level.
Yes.
Have a conversation. Nah.
but he's just like,
Power figure.
well, I guess you're leaving, little boy. The
That
door is that
bandana is
way."
so cute.
It was weird. I really thought it was weird. Were you creeped out by it?
Probably.
I was a little bit,
I think
I didn't feel safe around him. I'll say that.
accurate.
The source.
Accurate.
You didn't feel safe around Jay Karsh, the king. I don't know if you saw. Here, give me that. We put him right. That's where he was in the feudal economy. He was right there. He was king. Jay Karsh. I call him Jay Karsh. What did you guys call him?
I didn't know his name.
Oh, just some random dude telling you to leave.
That
Yes.
specter that shows up
Yeah.
and taunts me with stars.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't
the
tell you about
stars.
The star until you. Well, you didn't know about it until you left.
I think I knew about it like on the flight home because because when I went in my mom alluded to the idea like, oh, maybe you'll be able to win money. So they might have told her. I'm gonna confront her about that.
How'd you feel when you
Confront
found out
his mom.
You lost a chance at the star without even knowing?
I was a little bit pissed. I was like, because
You were.
they didn't tell it. I don't know if that would have kept me around, but it certainly would have had a fact. It would have had a push to make me stay.
Yeah.
We wondered that because you walked out and then he's like, all right, here it is.
Yep.
I didn't know until like a few days later. I was like, what the fuck?
It's crazy. Do you know what happened to Jared 3 years before that day?
Today has been the worst day.
Oh, 3 years. Yes. I'm glad that's like a really big quote from
I've
that.
been wondering that myself because I'm worried for him. I don't know what happened
3 years ago.
Something really bad happened to him.
Very
What happened to him?
specific.
And I'm scared.
So you said you were on the news about it?
Yeah. So I went on when I was 8, but it aired a year later. And so I was on the news, like, or there were like some fucking news channel, like around the time it was aired, and they were like, oh, we feel bad. You missed out on your chance to win a gold star. So we got you one for the studio. And I was like, oh my God.
Was it like a
I'm
chocolate
gonna get
star or
money.
something?
I was like, look at this. I was like, wow.
That one's rounded. It doesn't even look
And
like
it's also
a
a
star.
paperweight that I accidentally broke.
Oh,
Oh, it's a paperweight.
he still has it though. That's what
In
counts.
The people keep screwing me over. I'm just a little boy.
I think that's what it was. But yeah, this is probably worth, $7.
I could see that at least. You could probably get it for $5.99 on Amazon. Maybe not these days. That doesn't even look like the same kind of star.
No.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Kind of cool that he has it though.
So what are you up to these days? What have you gotten up to?
I'm going out to medical school in the fall.
Medical school. He's going to save
Smart
lives.
man.
See, that's what happens to people who go through traumatic life events. So you're going to medical school for what field?
I'm not sure yet. I'm thinking like oncology right now, but I mean.
What is
probably
that?
change.
Oncology. What's oncology?
Yeah.
Cancer.
Yeah, I didn't know either. That's
I
okay.
don't ever do this. I'm gonna pretend I knew what oncology was because I don't want to look that dumb. I know what most fields are. I didn't know the cancer field was called oncology.
I didn't either.
It's a
I
weird
did
name.
not
It's a
either.
really weird name.
Yeah. So Jimmy, what field are you going into?
Right now I think I'm gonna go into oncology.
Oncology. For all those of you who
Oh,
don't know, that's the cancer one.
how was he supposed to
knew
say it?
that. I didn't ask off screen. So you should all feel stupid out there
Yes.
for not knowing that. Okay, so yeah, you're going into
That's
to
super
the
cool.
field for like
Very
research
cool.
or actual surgery or what kind of?
I'm thinking like I hope probably both, like research and like clinical work, like working with patients.
Nice, brilliant. Well, Jimmy, you seem like you're a real nice, cool guy. Has anyone
Thank
ever
you.
described you that way? Told you that?
No.
Has anyone ever
Straightforward.
been nice to you?
No, people are nice to me.
Well, Jimmy, thank you so much for coming on. But before you leave, we got a
leaves.
little something for you. We wanted to right this wrong, okay? And we wanted to finally give you that star
Oh.
we feel you deserved. That's right. Bring it out, boys.
They're giving him a star. Oh, they're printing it off. Oh, he looks a little defeated. I wasn't sure what that was, but it's a printer.
There we go. Sorry, that's
It's got a QR code.
We're out of magenta on the printer. We can't go out and get any. Everything's closed. So here you go, Jimmy. How do you feel? There it is. That QR code. You just scan that. 1 free Big Mac. No drink.
Oh,
Sorry.
free
Let me
Big
disinfect
Mac.
that before handing it over
Heck
to you.
yeah. Poor dude. Good sport though.
Gotta be a bit thorough there. All right. There it is for the big guy.
It's like damp. That is like a
How do you feel,
paper
Jimmy?
towel.
Complete.
You scan that code. 1 free Big Mac. No drink though.
Heck
Sorry.
yeah.
We gotta
Big
work with
Mac.
the Times
Oh, it
Square.
already
Hold that
ripped.
up. Wow. Wow.
Fantastic.
All right, Jimmy. It's been an absolute pleasure having you on. Thank you for coming.
Absolutely. Thank you very much for having me, John.
He shared his truth.
I don't know if you can tell. I'm not an interviewer. So I just have one final question for you. What do you regret more, Kid Nation or JonTron?
The silence.
This has been a pretty shitty experience.
Yeah, fuck you, dude. I'm gonna kill you for this.
Just gonna groove for a little bit. I like the little spinny thing. That's fun. That sounds like Wendy's music. I don't know. Okay, so I think clearly the best aspect of that entire video is the fact that he was actually able to get Jimmy. Like, I don't know the process in which he, like, tracked him down, but that's impressive. It's also cool to see that Jimmy himself is upgraded. He's no longer 8, and then he's actually studying to become a doctor. He might be studying to be a doctor now. I don't know, but that's really cool. Even though John isn't necessarily an interviewer, I feel like he asked a lot of the questions that people were kind of thinking while watching the Kid Nation segment. Like, the only stuff I know about Kid Nation is from my previous reaction video to the original JonTron Kid Nation video, but still, some of those questions were relevant and now they're answered, which is like a nice conclusion. I feel like Jimmy was a really good sport in terms of both like answering the questions and just kind of poking fun at John, as well as John poking fun at Jimmy, so it's kind of like a good people to have in a video together. But that's essentially the reaction video, so if you have anything that you would like for me to check out, let me know and I'll get to watching it as soon as I can, so thank you very much for watching. Bye!